everyone and welcome to my next video. As you can tell, my hair is short and it's colored again. I really like the short hair actually. It's so much more convenient because it dries a lot faster and I kind of like how it looks. But I'm not a huge fan of the color, to be honest. It's so much more yellow than I wanted it to be and it's kind of patchy and everything, so I need to change that soon. But for the moment we just need to make do with it. So today I want to do a kind of different video compared to my usual makeup videos. As some of you might know, I came back to Germany a few weeks ago after being an au pair in America for 1 year, and I thought since a lot of au pairs now start to plan, like a lot of people now start to plan to become an au pair, I figured I'd make a video about it and see if you guys are interested in it. Alright, so maybe first a little definition what an au pair is. So an au pair is someone from a foreign country basically who goes to a different country to watch after children and like do light housework and stuff. And I decided to do it in America, and in America it's actually like a really common thing for families to have an au pair. And there are certain regulations in America, like compared to England, for example. In England it's not like they don't have that many rules, I guess, but in America there are certain rules on how many hours you're allowed to work a week and how much they have to pay you, the host families. And you have to do 6 college credits throughout the year and stuff like that. So in America it's a lot more regulated, I would say. Anyway, so why did I decide to become an au pair in America? I have always been obsessed with America, like really obsessed. I have never been to America before, but in Germany it's a common thing for people to go to America during high school for a year when they're like 15 or 16, something like that. And I really wanted to do that, but my parents convinced me that they didn't want me to go because I was kind of like still a little kid, I guess, and I got really homesick fast, so I ended up not going then. And I actually tried to convince my parents to like immigrate to America, which obviously did not work. But anyways, yeah, we decided that I could go after I finished high school. So in my last year of high school I started the application process and everything, and I got really excited. So yeah, I went with the agency Cultural Care Au Pair. It's one of the biggest agencies in Germany, or most known agencies I would say, and also in America they are one of the bigger agencies, I guess. The reason why I chose that agency is actually when I started to plan the whole au pair thing, I ordered a lot of information material from all kind of different agencies that I found on the internet, and I looked through all their brochures and stuff. And yeah, the Cultural Care one just was most appealing to me, I guess. So I signed up for a information meeting, which was actually in the city where I live, so that was pretty convenient. And I went to that meeting, and there was this former au pair. She was a few years older than I am, and she was talking about her experience. She had made like a nice PowerPoint presentation, and she showed pictures of her host kids and told us about the family and where she lived and what she experienced during the year and all the positive things and also the like negative things that she learned from them that ended up being positive for her in the end, I guess. So I got really excited because I really liked the presentation and like really liked everything that she was talking about. So during the information meeting they also interviewed everyone, and they were talking both in German and English with you because they wanted to see how good your English is, I guess. And they asked you questions about yourself, what you like to do, about your childcare experience, because you have to prove that you have 200 hours of childcare experience before you start the au pair program. So they want to know something about your experience, what you used to do with the children that you babysat or whatever you did to get your childcare experience hours. And yeah, they ask questions like what you would do with your host kids on a rainy day, or how you imagine the American life and everything like that. And I was so nervous for this interview, but it ended up being really more like a nice conversation, I would say. So after that, those people that they saw fit for being an au pair got like the information for their online account so they could log in onto the website of Culture Care and start doing the application. And the application is actually a lot of writing. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be that much, but they want you to write about everything, about yourself and about like the kids that you have experience with and how you imagine your life in America and like everything. It took me a while to do that, and I think you should really put an effort into that application because it's basically what the host families will see of you. Like, that's their impression on you. So I think you should put a lot of time and effort in it, and obviously I did. And when you're done with the application, you submit it to Culture Care, and then they kind of look over it and tell you what you could do better. For example, you have to write a letter to the host family, and mine ended up being way too long, like, because I figured, hey, let's put as much information in there as I can. And Culture Care then asked me to shorten it a little bit because they thought it was too long, and like stuff like that. They just help you to improve your application basically and try to put yourself into the best light you possibly can. And yeah, then you can finally submit your application, and the matching process begins, where they try to find a good matching family for you. And you can Skype with the family then. I was like, with the family that I ended up with at first, I was so excited to Skype with them. I don't know if I find the picture, but I had like the laptop plastered all over with little post-it notes with like stuff that I would say about myself, how I would describe myself, and I had a huge list of questions that I wanted to ask the family, and like I was so prepared, and I ended up needing nothing because it was just a really nice conversation on Skype, and we were just like talking in a really relaxing, friendly way. So I didn't end up needing any of that, but obviously I had it because I wanted to be organized. Anyways, after you Skype with a family and you think that you would be a good fit, and they think you would be a good fit too, then you can match with the family, and then you can start applying for your visa and everything. And then it's time for traveling to America already. So my adventure started on September 15th, and the first week you spent in New York in the training school, where you learn about American childcare and how Americans, like, what they like to do with their kids, and about nutrition. And there's the American Red Cross, where you get like CPR certified, I believe it's called, and stuff like that. And after the training school, it ends on a Friday. Then it's so exciting because then you all drive to your host families, or some fly, depending on where your host family lives. My family lived in Alexandria in Virginia, so I took the bus down there with all the other people who were living nearby. Yeah, Alexandria, Virginia is about 10 miles away from Washington, D.C. It's a really nice area. I've actually read a lot of times online of au pairs who got matched with a family there, and who were wondering whether like it was boring because it's like all political and everything, but it's not at all. It's such a nice area. It's so beautiful. There's so much to do, so much to see, like all the monuments and the White House and everything where you can go to. They have a lot of shopping malls, and you can do a lot of party. There are like bars and stuff. They have open air concerts in the parks, and it's a lot to do. Like you won't get bored when you're there, I guess. Alright, let me just tell you a little bit about the family, because I feel like I don't really want to say too much. I don't want to say any names or anything, because I feel like that's private information and I don't want to share any of that on the internet. So the girl I was taking care of was 3 years old when I arrived, and she was really cute. And the mom was also expecting a baby due in November, which was like 1.5 months basically after my arrival. So yeah, the first 2 weeks the older pair was still there too, and at first I wasn't too fond of that thought, just because I thought that she would be kind of superior and like be the one who knows everything, and I would be the one who makes mistakes. And I don't know, it's probably just me being weird, but like I was kind of afraid of that. And I thought that I wouldn't be able to just like get into my role, I guess, and just like start it. I don't know, but it proved to be actually really helpful, because she was able to show me around, like show me the whole household, the daily life, how she gets the girl ready for school, for kindergarten, how to work the washing machine. She showed me all the friends of the little girls so we could have play dates and stuff. She showed me around DC, like all the nice sightseeing spots and stuff. We went to a lot of nice restaurants and she showed me to the mall. She introduced me to her friends, so I met people my own age, and it was actually really helpful, and we got along really well, and it was not as I was expecting it to be at all. It was really, really helpful. So yeah, unfortunately it did not work out with that family. I mean, we didn't part in fighting or anything. We went apart nicely, or however you say it. But it just did not work out. So I only stayed with them for 6 weeks, and after that I went to my second family. And my second family lived on Long Island in New York. And the girls, they had 2 girls. They were 4 and 5 when I arrived, and their mom was actually German, so she wanted me to speak German with the girls too, so they would like learn the language. And at first I was not sure at all how good their German would be, like if they would understand me if I speak German, or if I should speak a little English and a little German, and like I figured it out though, and their German was really good. Like they could understand anything I said, so I thought that was pretty impressive. Anyways, when I arrived, like my host had picked me up at JFK Airport, and we arrived at their home pretty late in the evening, but the girls were still awake, and I was so excited to meet them, and they welcomed me so nicely, so warm, and I was so happy. They had drawn pictures for me saying like welcome Kira, and I taped them to the back of my wall, to the back of my door, so I would see them every day throughout the whole year when I woke up. And that just made me really happy. Like, they were just the cutest kids on the planet. Like, seriously. So yeah, I had the best year with them. I made so many great memories, and I learned so much about them, about myself, about America, about everything. I made so many great experiences. Of course I had ups and downs, like everyone has conflicts or struggles sometimes, I guess. That's normal, and I guess maybe it's more intense just because you're away from home and away from your family and stuff, but overall it was the best experience. And I know it's kind of cliche to say this and kind of stereotypical or however you say it, but it was seriously the best year of my life, and I wouldn't want to miss it for anything. Like, I'm so grateful that I have made this experience, and for all the memories that I now have and that I now treasure in my heart. So yeah, I would recommend doing this to anyone. Like, if you are thinking about it, just do it, because it will pay off. It will be so rewarding, and you will love it. So yeah, I'm so happy that I made the decision to go to America to work as an au pair for a year, and I'm so grateful for my family to making this happen, and I'm so grateful for all the people that I got to meet, and I'm so grateful for all the great memories that I have now, all the moments that I had with the girls. And I really miss the girls. It's so rewarding to be with kids all day. Like, they're so full of joy and full of happiness, and they smile so much, and they just rubs off on you. They make so many funny jokes, and they're hilarious. Like, I love kids. So I really miss them now because they really brighten your day. Anyways, I think this was it for my au pair video. I kind of didn't go too much into detail, just because I wanted to tell you, like, give you a little overview about my story and just see if you would be interested in any more videos like this. If you are, please leave a comment down below of what exactly you would be interested to hear about. I mean, I could do videos about basically anything, about the application process, about the rematch process. I know a lot of people are afraid of that, about things to consider before you go, or tips during the year, or pros and cons of being an au pair, or whatever you like to hear. I'm open to anything. I would be happy to do whatever video you would like to see. So leave me a comment down below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!